Raid Shadow Legends has long been known to be a time suck. In fact, quite a few people, quite a few players are constantly complaining about how much of a time suck and how much time it really takes to play it. So here's what we're going to do today. And I'm setting it up while I'm talking, so I apologize. What we're going to do today is I'm going to play through Raid, all of the dailies. I saved them. Last night there was the reset and I stopped playing, even though I usually try to play a little bit before I head to bed. Saved it all. Today we're going to record and actually time. I even have a little stopwatch here that we're going to include. We're going to time how long it takes to do all of the dailies for both the free-to-play accounts as well as my main account. So we're going to do this on two separate accounts, and we're going to see how long it takes to get all of the different quests done, the daily quests as well as the advanced quests. Up here in BlueStacks, this is BlueStacks that I'm playing on for my main account. Okay, my main account, I've been playing for years. All right, we're going to start the timer here in just a second. I do want to say, though, if you're thinking about starting a brand new free-to-play account and you want to get started on the right foot, I've got something super great for you. Hold up, now it's time to click my link in the description below so that you can get yourself a free Karato, as well as 3 other insane epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Play and Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get a free Karato right after signing up, as well as Anax, Uugo, and Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. Start the clock! Usually what I do when I first log in at the beginning of the server reset is I first go to Classic Arena and I start getting those keys re-going, because I hate seeing it maxed out like that. It drives me absolutely insane. We're going to do the same for the main account, and we have to do these keys for the dailies anyway. Obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be focusing on them right now. So far, so good. I think this will also be kind of fun to go through and kind of see, I don't know, the thought process that goes through like Raid Shadow Legends player. I'm not the best. I'm not the most knowledgeable, so don't get me wrong, but I think it's kind of fun to watch other people play out and see what the thought process is. This team is so badly speed tuned. Please don't judge me. I haven't even tried to speed tune for arena. Okay, this one's done. Sweet. Then what I do is I usually switch to the advanced quest. Oh, I do want to know, I did finish these 2 Demon Lord keys, but I will do 2 Demon Lord keys during this time frame before we count it as complete. So I just wanted to know that. Then usually what I do is I go to the 3 artifacts, usually whichever dungeon is currently running on an event. I don't think there's one going on right now. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll go into Spider. Right now for Marius mission for my main account, I do have to get a mythical item. So I'm going to go into Spider hard. We're just going to go all the way down to stage 3 because it's easier to do and I can use a farm team for it. It's funny because usually when I'm doing this, you know what I mean? Like I'll just play through it like no problem, just fine. Because there's a clock on me, I feel like I have to rush. even though, let's be clear, okay? Even though this is supposed to be like a real life, you know, how long things usually take on a normal day, how long does it take to do your dailies? I feel rushed because I can see the timer going. It's freaking me out. So on the main account with the clan boss, I actually have an unkillable team that can 1 key Ultimate Nightmare. However, last week something happened. I don't know what. I didn't mess with their kit or their artifacts. I didn't change any of their masteries, nothing like that. So for some reason, my unkillable team is broken and I'm going to be speed tuning it this weekend. We'll probably record a video on how to do that because I'm sure other people probably have speed tuning issues as well with their clan boss teams, especially unkillable ones. They're a pain in the freaking butt. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to be speed tuning that, but for right now we have to use our normal old teams. But at least we can do quick battle because we've been able to 1 key before. So we can quick battle, whereas the free-to-play account cannot. So yet another thing that we can get through very, very quickly. Where are we at? Let's see. Okay, now what I do is I go in and I do like the campaign battles. I usually click that and then click here, so it takes me back to where I was. I've been trying out with Thorion for right now, simply because I usually do Fellhound. I usually do him for farming. The problem is he's not always consistent with like boss battles. So if I have to do like the 3 boss battle ones, he can't always do it very easily. So I have to switch him out whenever that comes up. And then what I usually do during these is I go in and I do these extra little quests that are easy to do during multi-battles. So make 4 artifact upgrades. Right now I'm working on Alice's items and I'm going in and I am slowly upgrading them to 15 so that when gear enhancement or CVC comes around, I can simply 1-tap them up to 16. Did a whole video on that. You can go watch it. Win 1 live arena. Is this open right now? Please say it's open right now. 30 minutes. Okay. Oh my gosh. This would have sucked to have to wait till later. Thing about live arena, what's my main account, is it's very hit or miss. I've been getting a little bit better at it. I had a clan member who helped me build out a team for it who's super annoying. It's a super annoying team and I've been using it and it helps me get through more frequently, mostly because people just leave. Just being totally honest. But sometimes with live arena, I'm not even kidding you, there's been some days when I have a quest where it has live arena and I have to sit there for an hour and a half trying to get it done. I'll go through like 5, 6, 7 keys because there's so many freaking people with like a bajillion mythicals and it takes forever. I only have one and I just got her. I'm not the best at Labyrinth, so don't judge me. Usually I start with Arbaeus and then this guy, hoping that they'll see her and they'll just, she's ban bait for me. Okay, so this is the team. I like to use these 4 right here and I'm using her for ban bait. What's scary about this team is that whenever they ban my monkey, he's my only damage dealer. So, but here's the thing though, and I thought that was gonna be really bad. Every now and then someone will catch on to that and they'll ban the monkey dude. But the team without the monkey dude like that, they're so beefy and can stay alive for so long and they just constantly are healing. It gets so annoying. I've had 2 or 3 people who ban the monkey dude and then literally just play for a little bit, realizing they're not getting me down at all, then they'll just leave. Okay, usually for the 7 runs for the campaign, first what I do for the free-to-play account is I'll go in and see which of the faction wars are open for that day. And the reason why is because I want to see if there's any specific champions that I've recently got or that I've been working on building out that need to be leveled up so that I can put them into the campaign runs as well. Okay, we're gonna keep this guy in here because I think he can be used for the Cursed City. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on building out some of these champions. Finished with Cursed City. The main account is just flying through. Free to play is super behind, so we're going to catch up by getting the Demon Lord going. No, I didn't do my last key last night. How many times do I do that? Dang, we're actually gonna finish this faction wars hard. That's so great. That's awesome. It's taken a hot minute, but we're gonna do it. I love Fabian. I'm in love with Fabian. His true fears and his petrification is freaking insane. My main account, I'm almost done. Like it's just about there. It's just about completed. Meanwhile, the free-to-play account is so far behind. We still have so much to do. It's been 43 minutes, which actually isn't too bad. Normally what I do when I have both of my games going and they're both pretty solid running and they're gonna take a minute, usually what I do is I'll go get some work done, go plan on another video, go do some client work, stuff like that. But since we're recording, I wanted to check in. How are y'all doing today? What shows are you watching? I've been watching Clarkson Farm and I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I've binge watched that stuff every second I get whenever I have time, which isn't a lot, but I've been binge watching it whenever I can. I freaking love it. Let's try to go to stage 2. Don't know if they'll be able to do it. Land 40 hits on enemies while they are under leech. All right, we'll see how these guys go. We're gonna run in the background. She's a little bit squishy and I need to rebuild her. I need to rebuild everybody. My goodness. We'll let that run while we go work on this. So we need to ascend an artifact now for our quest on the free-to-play account. Yay! Okay. I have enough stuff for this. Is this a good piece? 3 accuracy, attack. Okay, we're gonna send this one. I mean, it's nice to upgrade and ascend gear and everything, but right now I need that energy so bad for other stuff. All right, we're coming up on the 1st hour mark. The main account is almost done with the quests, but we did get slowed up because we're trying to do faction wars hard, which I feel like most players are trying to do right now. We're slowly but surely getting through it. Like, very solidly. It's just very slow. I don't even know if we've hit. We did. Look, land 40 hits on the enemies while they're under leech, and it was auto too. Thank you, freaking what's her bucket. That's so good. And I thought Dark Alhain would be way squishier and in trouble, but with Death Knight and everything, she's doing just fine. Plus, she can get a revive if needed. So we're doing all right. And then we've got the free-to-play account where I was going to go do silver keys, and I realized that. Well, not realized, I've known this, let's be honest. I have this team that isn't 100% consistent, can do Bommel, but they don't always win. So I wanted to switch out the team a little bit and see if we can get it done. So the other team that I was using is a bit faster, but they're not 100%. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run this. We're going to continue even if it loses, go to background multi-battle. Once the silver keys are done, we'll continue on, but I think we might be able to get the Cursed City done today. Cursed City is a pain in the beginning. So is Doom Tower. With Doom Tower in the beginning with free-to-play new accounts, I shouldn't just say free-to-play accounts. Well, yeah, free accounts, but mostly with new accounts. They're a pain. I cannot get past stage 20. I'm stuck. Okay, perfect. So they took a little bit longer, but I think they might be more consistent to be able to finish those silver keys each day for me. So that is nice. All right, let's go do our faction wars. We need to get a boss done, which I think one of these already have done. So let's, should we try to push forward? I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Uugo's freaking fantastic, but I don't see we're not going to be able to do a lot of damage with these 30s. Hey, and we did this one. Nice. All right, let's test this. So I went through and I set up the skill instructions. I don't want a lot of these guys to use some of their abilities on the 2nd round so that they can open up with it on the 3rd round, break through the team, and hopefully get through to the dark. So this team doesn't really rely too much on the turn meter, trying to get dark phase turn meter down. It mostly relies on just hardcore hitting. So we'll see how they do. Let's see if they get through this, okay? Ethos sometimes, every now and then, Ethos just has those extra turns, just go like, oh, back to back to back. And it's just so much fun. Okay, this looks like it's working. So I went in and I made sure that Elva gets in that increased speed, and then also Stagnite does the decreased defense, and then we also have Wallmaster Thorion that goes in and just whacks everyone after all of that. So we tuned it up all the speeds and all the stuffs so that we can whack the whole team and then just keep hitting her. Let's see if they can do it. We did it! Hopefully that little spade tuning we did and the setups for the skill stuffs can run in the background. We need to get these ads gone, but because of the provokes and the real fears, Uugo could essentially just keep going for quite a while. I mean, look, she just kept surviving, taking all these extra turns and all this stuff, getting everybody up. But the problem is with the true fears and with the provokes, we weren't able to get these two down. We could probably progress in this Undead Hordes faction on the free-to-play account simply because I have this awesome champion known as Mausoleum Mage, which by the way you can get the link below. You should, because he's pretty dang cool. I just need to build him out. The thing is though, is I don't have the silver. I don't even have 1,000,000 silver right now. We're gonna farm this out, save our silver. We really need to right now, and just finish up some of our keys. I'm gonna leave the rest of these keys for this Ogren one because I think I want to come back later on after all the dailies are done. Sometimes what I do is I'll save little areas that I want to try to progress in further. I'll get all the dailies done, and then if I have time during that day, you know, around work and life and all that stuff, I'll come in and finish up some of the keys in certain areas and try to progress a little bit further because I think we could get this. All right, we are hitting the 1 hour and almost a half mark, and we actually just finished all of our dailies and our advanced quests for the main accounts. The free to play is still going. It's taking a hot minute. I usually save the arena tokens here until I either am ready to use them or until I, you know, right before the server resets, and then that way I'll have time to get them done. So while the free to play is finishing up doing the dailies, what I'm going to do now, and what I usually do most days, is I go through and I finish everything up. So like for instance, I need to go get my fortress keys done. I need to go finish up all my tag team arena. Maybe I'll get in some more live arena when it opens up again. Been trying to push that a little bit harder. I'm not the best at it, but we'll see. I need to get all of these tokens done. It drives me crazy when I miss them. I know that's so silly, but if I don't use them, it's gonna drive me nuts. So what I'm going to do, free to play, we're gonna go ahead and finish up our dailies, and I'll let you know how long that one took. Okay, we did it. So like I said, we've been stuck on the cursed city for like a week. There were a few days I just didn't even check in because I just couldn't do it, but we finally did it. I'm so happy. Ishiyama helped a ton with that because I was able to use him in 2 of them. Oh, we finished our dailies. One thing I didn't include is the playtime rewards, simply because the amount of time it takes to get through all of these obviously takes longer than to do the daily. So we just wanted to include these. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on and finish up, like I said, all of the different keys and things, just like I'm doing for my main account. Finish up the crypt keys, and this is the time where I'll usually go in if I have time during the day. I don't know how much time I'll have today, but I'll go in and try to continue to progress with some of the other areas. All right, total times for the main accounts, we were able to finish in 1 hour and 25 minutes, and then for the free to play account, it took an extra 16 minutes past that, so, you know, about an hour 40-ish, hour 45, you know. That's about how long it took to get through the dailies on Raid Shadow Legends. Needless to say, there were a lot of different areas that we could have done a whole lot faster. So like for instance, on this main account, we did progress through to Faction Wars Hard, and we were trying to like get through some of these different stages. Overall, we could have saved so much time on both of these accounts in a lot of different ways. Like for instance, I could have just thrown in Classic Arena and just fought battles regardless of if I thought I was going to win or not, just based off of how quickly I thought they would beat me or I would beat them, because you don't have to win the battles, you just have to get 5 done. I could have gone through, and for Doom Tower, I could have done like the fastest level on both these accounts, well, for the main account, and get it done the fastest with Faction Wars. I could have, instead of trying to progress and spend a little bit of extra time and trying to get further, this could have been done a whole lot faster. So Raid Shadow Legends, all in all, if you're doing bare minimum every single day with your dailies, depending on where you're at with your account, it was interesting to see that the main account was quite a bit faster, but not significantly, not in a crazy amount than the free-to-play newer account that's only 2 months old. But it came down to about an hour and a half to 2 hours for dailies, which is still quite a bit of time just to do dailies, let's be honest. And that's not to mention, I still have a lot of other tasks to go do. For my main account, I'm going to go do Fortress Keys. I'm going to probably do Live Arena when it opens up again later. I'm going to be finishing up all of these Tag Team Arena and Classic Arena tokens that I have. And then also I'm going to go in, maybe do some Hydra runs to see if I can build out more of my teams and get higher damage. I'm going to go through with my gold keys on the Doom Tower, trying to progress. We're getting up there. We're almost up there. This will be the first time of me finishing up this rotation of Dark Fae Doom Tower. So we're pushing through, trying to get through, but these freaking, every single stage, these floors take forever on hard. For me, anyway. I still have hours and hours of gameplay. Hours and hours of gameplay, which is fun. I love that. I love that I can come in and I can enjoy and play the game, but there are some times where it kind of feels like a chore. Going in, like for instance, with these clear 2 stages of the Cursed City, I could not progress for a week. And so I wasn't able to get this, you know, when you complete all the available advanced quests and get that extra little pot of energy, I haven't been able to get that for, you know, 6 or so days. And that's been really frustrating to me because on a free to play account, energy is king. Energy is where you're able to progress progress in this game in many, many different ways, and so it did make a difference. But today I spent a little time, I've been building out some champions in the background for other areas, so it was very, very helpful. Now I'm going to go through and use all these different energy pots and things so that I can continue to progress, build out another 6-star champion, build out some of these faction war champions so that I can get a little bit further with those extra keys that I have left. Alright, moral of the story, Raid Shadow Legends is a time suck. Quite a bit, actually, but I find it very enjoyable. I have fun playing it, especially when I'm bored and, you know, we're driving around somewhere doing something and I can pull it out on my phone and just play on it a little bit or fine tune or speed tune a different team. I think it's enjoyable. I enjoy it a lot. I wanted to have a little bit of fun with it and put up this timer up here to kind of show, you know, how long it takes just to do the dailies, because I think that sometimes we overthink it and we don't have to do everything every single day. Of course, it's beneficial, it's helpful in the long run because you're getting a lot of other resources and rewards if you're able to do that. But I think sometimes we get stuck in the rat grind thinking that we have to do everything, but we actually don't. We could just do the bare minimum. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I didn't want to make it terribly long, so I apologize if it's a bit of a pain, but I appreciate you taking the time to sit here with me today, get through our quest for both a main account that is a few years, 4 years, I don't even know how many years old. She's a bit old. It's probably improper for us to say how old at this point because that's not respectful. And then we have a brand new free-to-play account that's only 2 months and we're doing really great. Excited for any fusions that are coming up and the CVC next week. Good luck with your Raid Shadow Legends grind. Have an amazing freaking day. Keep killing it, and I'll see ya.